Hello, good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons. Here we have today a Mazda CX-5. This is a 2-litre Sport Nav Plus automatic vehicle. So these are extremely sought after. We have the most demand for the auto petrols. Nothing wrong with the diesels. We love the diesels, but I think people do worry a little bit about them with ULEZ, etc. Even though our diesels are Euro 6, and I do feel they drive. They do drive very, very well. Now, as you can probably tell from the number plate, this car didn't come from us, but this was from the Essex Auto Group, who have Mazda, Ford, and various other franchises under their umbrella. And so we purchased this, not off them directly, but this was sourced from them originally. And we have a buying team that trawls the country looking for stock. So we're very pleased to receive this. And it is in delightful condition. And the mileage is about 6,000 miles. So, you know, you'd expect it to look brand new, and it really does. It's in beautiful condition. Now, if you've watched any of my previous previous videos, you'd know that a lot of our cars, we know the previous owners. We're a family business where a lot of us have been in the business a long time, and we do know our customers very, very well. Unfortunately, I didn't know the previous owners personally, but I do have some service history in the car, just to give you an idea, you know, of how this car has been treated. Now, hopefully, you'll be able to tell from this video and the photos that I've taken that this car is delightful. Okay, now let's start round the back. Now, Eternal Blue is a colour which it was a new colour out. Nobody really ordered it because they didn't really know what it was like, but we put one in the showroom and then we sold lots of them, which was refreshing for us, because the only thing that was being sold sort of soul red and black cars. So we're really pleased for the Eternal Blue to come out, because it's also a very forgiving colour. It doesn't show you know, bush marks and things like that, which the darker colours show that much more. Now there you go, you've got an enormous boot. Okay, you've got the auto tailgate. Now, funnily enough, if you were to order this car brand new today, it wouldn't have this power tailgate because of the shortage of microchips, this worldwide shortage, which is holding up production of things, but this one does. You've got the BOSE stereo, space for a spare wheel should you require one. And you've got these very clever seats that fold like so. Okay, that would be really good for when I go to Screwfix. And the seats fold virtually free. A little mark there which we'll get out of the carpet once we've valeted the car, but the car literally has come in as it is. Dare I say it, the back seats don't look very used at all. You've got ISOFIX anchorages in the back here. Oh, more important than cup holders, we have the charging ports here. So these will charge, you know, things with USBs, and yeah, very, very, very useful, especially those rear passengers. Little compartment here, not sure what that's for, and you've got cup holders here. So all really good stuff. Headlining is all completely unmarked. Carpets are in lovely condition. Oh, I just want to point something out actually. When designing this vehicle, they wanted to make it very easy access into the vehicle. And now I'm, to be polite, a broad chappy, and I can walk straight up here, and I would be able to put my son in and out of his child seat without sort of being uncomfortable. Okay, so if I can do that, anyone can do that. And also my elderly parents would find it delightful to be stepping into a car with the access as it is. So particular attention was put into that. I remember when this was launched and thinking, oh, doesn't really matter, but when you actually live with a car, those little things really do make a difference. Now, these are the Plus model vehicles, so they have sunroofs, okay, on the Sports, amongst other things which I'll go through in more detail when I step into the car. There's your service history there. You've got the BOSE stereo, LED lights, adaptive lights, and the list goes on and on and on. These are really well equipped. And we get plenty of non-franchise, so non-Mazda SUVs, and I'm being impartial here. They don't have the spec these have got. They really don't. We have lots of the traditional premium brands, and I must say, without sounding biased, I think these are a really lovely car. But as I say, do check out our website. You'll see Cougars, Kias, Mercedes, BMWs, all sorts on there. But I do really think Mazda have done a wonderful job here. So let's get in the car and we'll run through the bits and pieces. So you've got electric windows, mirrors here, auto folding, 2 memory seat settings, which you can also set to your key. Oh, sorry about that. That's not us. That wasn't any of us. Can turn your parking sensors off. You've got front and rear parking sensors, as well as a rear camera, traction control, lane departure warning, and so it'll warn you if you veer out of a lane without indicating, you know, sort of say, you know, did you mean to do that? And engine intelligent start stop system, which will ultimately save you fuel. So, sorry, ultimately save you money, because you'll use less fuel and you'll be much better to the environment, which is great. That's what it's all about. I just noticed earlier that the petrol pump, the price of unleaded is 159.9, and I almost got excited and thought I better go and fill up my car. I've not seen it for that price in ages, and then I reminded myself that it was, I think, about 145 only a few weeks before that. Now we've got 2 keys of the car. Okay, you put your foot on the brake, press this button here, car fires into life. Now the car is due a service. Yeah, we will be doing that. Now look at the mileage, 5725 miles. Now once we're on that subject, there we go. Look, Essex Mazda, Kent Elms Corner, Westcliff on Sea. Okay, March 19, the PDI 11th, and it was registered 14th, 2 days later. So that's where it done 9 miles at that point. Then it had its first service at 2567 miles. Oh, that's no miles at all. And then July 2021. Now this here would have been COVID, yeah, because a lot of us had to delay our services because of COVID. And then July 2021. So it's due a service now. It was last done at 4256. It's now done 5725. I mean, really, it's a waste of a service. But we of course, oil does deteriorate. We will service the vehicle. So it'll have its 3rd year service. Okay. I think this car has already had its MOT. But if it hasn't, it will be done. But no, I'm pretty sure it has been done. So there's the service history there. It'll have another entry with TW White & Sons in the next few days. But we are so busy with our workshops at the moment, but we shall push it through as quickly as possible. Now, you've got this lovely leather-wrapped steering wheel. Up, down, in and out. Okay. Don't think that's the correct terminology, but that's how I know it by. Heads-up display. Now, it's not flashing. It's just the camera I'm using. Doesn't seem to pick that up that well. That will display your speed, basic sat nav function, warnings, speed limits, etc. Very useful. When I hear people say, oh, I don't like that, I kind of think, well, how can you not like that? You know, you're looking forward, you can see your speed, and I think we all need to get used to it, because that is something that I believe will be a compulsory feature on vehicles like ABS and traction control is now. We'll go into that in a little bit more detail in a minute. We've got climate control, dual zone. You've got a heated steering wheel, 3-stage heated seats. Okay, your hazard lights there. You've got this Mazda MZD Connect system, which is your settings, your apps, and whatnot. Let me go through this with you. So you've got fuel economy monitor, vehicle status monitor, so it will tell me that it needs a service. Now these Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are greyed out, but don't think it doesn't have it. It does. It's just when I plug it in with the cable, these will light up. Then you can use your sat nav app of your choice, navigate through Spotify, use WhatsApp, all sorts of wonderful things. I'll be honest, I'm not a big user of it because I do a very boring journey to and from work and tend to be finishing off listening to documentaries that I fell asleep watching the night before, but I'm sure I'll get round to it. But I do apologise. I did use Android Auto on holiday once when I got a rental car, which was a Mazda, so I couldn't get away from the Mazda brand, and it didn't have the SD card, which lives in here. All right, didn't have that. So I used the Apple CarPlay, and it was great. Really was fantastic. So we got that there. Let's move on. So entertainment, you've got your DAB radio, and bits and pieces like that. Okay, I think DAB, I used to make a massive deal out of it, but I think a lot of cars have it now, so I'm sure you are familiar. Okay, you get a lot more choice. It's probably a reason why I don't really use CarPlay, because there's so much on there. Once you stream your phone, you've got your phone book, etc, etc. You can also stream music. Okay. Sat nav. Now this car's SD card is actually in our admin office, so when the SD card isn't fitted, sorry about that, so I'm wheeling across the car park. When you haven't got the SD card in, there's a compass. Now I was never good at reading a compass, so won't even try explaining that, but once the SD card is inserted in there, you get your sat nav. But with this car, you've got the choice of this, or you can use the CarPlay. Okay, settings, there's loads of settings here. Now remember I spoke about the heads-up display. Well, look, you can adjust that there, and that will set to your seating position. And you've got other settings there. Display settings, safety settings. Now this car is full of safety devices. Distance recognition support system, so it's got active cruise control, so it will track the car in front, slow down, speed up. You know, so if you set at 70, someone slows down up front, you don't have to keep resetting your cruise control, it'll adapt. Okay, you've got blind spot monitoring, so it'll light up there and there if somebody was to overtake you or undertake you. Okay, you've got lane keep assist, so if you were to drive along within some lanes, you'll feel the steering wheel go between your hands. Okay, you'll feel resistance, and it'll actually correct your steering if you were to let go of the steering wheel twice, and then it'll come up on the screen here, hold the steering wheel. So that all these great things, you know, one, I suppose, a couple of steps closer to driverless cars. And then you've got the wonderful BOSE sound system, which is amazing. Got these lovely sort of tweeters, I think, up here. It's superb. Well, need I say more? I think we all the name speaks for itself. The clock, now the clock is GPS synced. Okay, check that actually. Yeah, it's right. So you never have to worry about that. Okay, I don't like clocks that aren't 24 hours, so let me just change that. That irritates me. And then up here, what have you got? Vehicle settings, you've got lighting settings. The car's got adaptive lights which will turn as you turn the wheel. To sort of cap it all off, you can see more at night on an unlit road than you can in the day. Okay, absolutely amazing. You've got high beam control, so you can put the high beam on, and when a car comes the other way, it will actually dip the lights. So it's absolutely superb. And many other things. Now, on the gearbox, this is a 6-speed torque converter gearbox, right? And I don't want to sound too technical, but this is like a traditional box where it's seamless and it doesn't roll back on hills. Whereas some boxes these days, I think they try too hard to make gearboxes more efficient, and they're like a hybrid, and they're a bit jerky and they roll back on hills, and it just puts people off. This is a traditional in the sense of it's seamless, it doesn't roll back, but non-traditional in the sense that it's got 6-speed and it changes really quickly and it's wonderful. Okay, you have a CD player with the car. I know a lot of cars don't have them these days, which is why I'm pointing that out. Okay, now do check out our website and do check out a review so you know what sort of people you're dealing with. We do a lot of business that's out of area, you know, or distance sale. We have delivery service free within a 100-mile radius, but please do inquire if you're out of that area. Part exchange is incredibly welcome, extremely welcome. We want your part exchange, and we really do, we mean that. So please do type in your reg number and get a price in under 10 seconds, or whatever they claim these days, but speak to us. We want you to have a seamless, enjoyable buying experience, get to know roughly what your car's worth, then give us a call, and we let us take that in and make the whole thing a lot easier for yourself. We really do want your part exchanges. We always find homes for them, or we retail them, and do check out our website, and you'll see many non-franchise cars on it, as mentioned earlier. The car will come for years, Mazda ZZ Plus used car warranty, so this isn't a car supermarket warranty or anything like that. It's a proper Mazda warranty. It's the follow-on from the manufacturer's warranty. Comes with roadside assistance, which is comprehensive, not one of these sort of bare bones complimentary ones. It is comprehensive, covers you in Europe, covers the passengers, it's home start, etc, etc. So there's a saving there for a start. As a part of the used car warranty, you also get MOT insurance for the first year. So if your car should fail its MOT on a number of items, they are covered, which I think is really good, and a lot of people don't know that the cars come with them. Okay, if you require any more photos, videos, information on this vehicle, please do not hesitate to ask. We're here to help, and I really do mean that. That's not like an empty gesture. We are here to help. So no matter how small the question, whatever it is, please get in touch, and get in touch at any time of day. We understand a lot of people are looking at cars outside our business hours. Drop us a voicemail, drop us an email, and we'll try to come back to you as quickly as possible. Okay. I don't know if I mentioned finance facilities, so I'll mention it again. We've got great finance facilities, part exchange facilities, warranty extension facilities. The list goes on. Okay. So thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and we look forward to hearing from you. Take care. Bye-bye.